taking a very, very sneaky 4th base as well. Not really sure why he's taking it here. He's already seen that the Terran has a starport, so this could be particularly vulnerable. As you know, the creep spread isn't really as good as it was in that Xel'Naga with Caverns game. So spreading your bases out like this may actually not be that beneficial. However, you know what? No, he's got the Mutas. My mistake. He's got complete map control. The Mutas are extremely fast. He will be able to reinforce. However, these Marines at the perimeter are just going to sit here. Eventually, they will get fed up and go in to attack the Mutas. However, not before 2 supply depots go down and more structures get sniped off. Just look like that. Archon's attention is preoccupied elsewhere, however, as he is going to be going in for a push with all of this. Tons of Marines. 2 tanks. Oh, some Banelings were borrowed in front of him. Some nice Baneling mines from Moonglade, able to set up a position on the right-hand side, and that just got me excited, man. Going to be going in here to the 3rd base, trying to take it out as much as he can, but Archon just lost like half of his army from those Baneling mines. Going to be setting up a position here with this weakened siege tank and keeping a Marauder here with it just to guard it, evacuating this base. However, doesn't look like that Glade will need it at least quite yet, as he's going to be morphing in a lot more Banelings. However, there are Banshees on the field. One of this main expansion sitting on 10 kills at the moment, the other at the natural? No, actually not at the natural. And that harass does allow Archon to pull back his army one more time, and keep in mind he does not have any idea about this expansion, otherwise he would have hit it. This Zergling going to be preventing the expansion by Archon, but Archon is completely unawares of it at the moment. Instead, just very content to reveal his expansion timing and build the command center right next to the large Zergling. These Zerglings over here on the left, I think Glade might have forgotten them as they're just sitting right here. And the Banshee is going to be coming in here for another swoop in. Does have 12 kills at the moment. Choosing not to rebuild this expansion right here is a curious play to me. However, he does have this eastern position, I guess, and just getting really high on the meter numbers right now. 16 meters in total, and they are going to pick up the SCV right there. Banshee just content to be a constant threat over the abyss, and does look like that scan did go down to pick up that Zergling. Missile turret also going down in order to defend against the Mutas. However, this expansion is going to be fully operational very soon. Mutas are on the way. If you see them like a plague cloud coming in here to feast on any mining workers, looks like they will be trying to take this missile turret down. No SCVs went to go prepare it, and the general rule of thumb is that if you don't take the missile repairing missile turret out in 3 volleys, you are not going to take it out, but it looks like these Mutas will take out the command center. Going to be positioning itself on the left-hand side in order to run away from the Marines very quickly. However, this command center is on fire and needs to be repaired, and Archon will get on that immediately. Got to be rebuilding this southeastern hatchery. This one Marine is here to spot it, however, but these Speedlings will be there to clean it up very, very quickly. Refineries being built, as well as a planetary fortress, so electing for the PF on the 3rd base. 2 upgrades coming out for infantry, more tanks being busted out, and more tech labs on these factories. So expect some Thors to come out very soon, as very cool weapons level 1 is also being thrown down. Very, very oversaturated here at the National Expansion. Cannot even imagine how saturated the main is. In fact, it is not very well saturated. No, you know what? It's relatively saturated compared to how many mineral patches he has. That's a nice transfer right here. He needed to get the majority of his workers on the freshest patches as possible. I think that Archon actually needs to expand once again very quickly, and indeed he is doing so, looking to take the goal very soon. However, let's hope that these Mutas do not spot it. He needs to set up some missile turrets or get some Marines down here in order to defend, but as soon as he extends his army down to the low ground, the Mutas are going to come up here and hit the high ground, and it seems like these Marines are in a nice position with these turrets to try and defend, but the reaction timing is just not there. Pulling away the SCVs back to the Marines, now pushing the Marines in here, going to be stimming and sending everything at the Mutas. Going to be building 4 turrets here in an attempt to defend. At the same time, pushing down the right lane here. He still has not spotted the secret expansion to the eastern side, and it looks like no Baneling bombs this time from Glade. Oh, 2 of them go down, but they do not get off any significant damage. What Archon could really benefit from now is getting a Raven out with the army, but just like the Banelings and the Speedlings are going to be coming in here for a flank, possibly to take out these Marines. And here we go. Moonglade going to be sending everything in here with the Mutas. The Banelings and the Speedlings need to take out the Marines, and the Mutas are just going to be demolishing the tanks. So Moonglade gonna be able to take this first game very, very convincingly as he just wiped out the army and could just go kill Archon here at the moment, I think. Even having a few more Banelings here on the left-hand side, which will be able to do a little bit of damage to this infantry, I think. And instead, Glade is just going to be sitting here with his army. For the time being, at least, very content to macro up. 2 Thors on the way. Let's go to the unit on the army tab. Glade sitting with a comfortable 20 food lead. However, he has lost less units, 2,000 minerals, 2,000 resources less units. It looks like that Glade will be gearing up to take his own gold expansion, as he has spotted. No, he hasn't spotted the gold for Archon, but looks like that he will now. And here come the Mutas. Very vulnerable, this gold expansion to the Mutas, as the Mutas can always fly over this abyss and escape from the Marines, so they always have a nice little escape path, as long as those turrets are not quite up. And this is what the game is going to be about now, preventing this expansion from going down. I think that Glade should take this expansion as well, just because this natural should be mining out. Oh, actually he's got quite a few patches left. Main is completely mined out, however. Nice little ball being morphed in, tons of Banelings being morphed in. This is about 21 Banelings, I think. And they do have the Baneling speed. All these Marines are actually inside the medevac. Not really sure what's going on there. However, this siege check is in nice position. So many Speedlings coming in here. Magic boxing open the floor. All these units are inside the medevacs, and all these Banelings are going to completely demolish the Marines. However, the Marines do have their backs against the wall and are in fantastic position to defend. So some fantastic play from Archon right there. All these Mutas doing some damage to the non-anti-air units, but it will not be enough. Looks like that more Zerglings and Mutas are coming out. 58 Zerglings exactly coming out now for Moonglade, so they're going to be pushing with that extra larva at the moment. Should be transforming the vast majority of those Speedlings into Banelings very soon, or perhaps he's going to be spending that unspent gas on more Mutas instead. However, the mineral count is extremely low at the moment. Going to be getting up his 5th base. 5th hatchery of the game, no, 6th hatchery of the game, as he does have an auxiliary one right here at the natural expansion. Getting up his turrets here on the southern side, nothing on the eastern side, however. And still has not spotted the extra bases, but by this time I guess Archon would have guessed correctly that Glade has indeed expanded by this time to the entire Crescent section. In fact, if anything, this expansion was extremely late, I thought. And looks like these Mutas are going to be able to spot the drop. Both of these medevacs should be going down fully loaded at least. And there we go, these 2 Marauders able to get out. No stim being used. 2 shots on the extractor. Fine play right there, sir, from Moonglade. Able to spot very, very quickly and take down the drops before they did any damage at all, really. Big push coming out here from Archon. This looks to be a game-changing moment with the 2 Thors. No SCVs with them, but one thing that Archon could do is summon some mules down and call them in to repair the Thors. This Thor already below half HP. It looks like they are going to be shutting down this expansion. Here come the Mutas, here come the Banelings, here come the Speedlings, and Magic Box being used over the Thors. However, the Thors are doing quite a lot of damage to the Mutas. Not enough to be significant, however, as the Mutas do survive en masse and take down the siege tanks and the medevacs before the Zerglings and Speedlings finish off the remainder of these Marines here behind the mineral line of the southern expansion. At the same time, looks like that Glade is going to be taking his own high yield with his Marauder able to spot and do a little bit of annoyance. Natural expansion for NeoRedArchon is just about finished, as well as Glade's. However, Glade does have 3 mineral patches to 1 when you compare to Archon. Looks like this hatchery for the gold is finally up. It's going to be shooed away by these Zerglings and reinforced, actually. 2 more Thors out. Magic Box needs to be used over the Mutas. However, the Mutas are going down very, very quickly to these Thors. At the same time, the Thors are going down very, very quickly to the Mutas. However, it doesn't look like the Speedling and Banelings did fail in taking down all of the Marine army. Not all of it. They did some good damage. But only 2 Mutas left on the field for Glade. Some fantastic persistence right there from Archon, just attacking again and again and again. Some nice drop action as well. Too bad he lost those 2 full medevacs on the left-hand side right here to the Mutas, but able to transition well between tank and Thors, I thought, and he had some good decision making about when he wanted to retreat. So that was it for this game. This was game 2 from the semi, so the series currently was it game 2? Yeah, it was. So the series currently stands as something to something. can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter now. I'll see you all in the next game. Thank you guys for watching so much, especially when I'm tired and casting like a grandma. Goodbye.